Edwards, another look to the inside, and Mark Martin gives him room. Carl Edwards off turn 4, becomes the second leader in this race, and puts his Ford out front. Completing lap 56, green flag, and Carl Edwards, boy, scoots away from Denny Hamlin of the crowd. Carl was hit that eco boost right there and took off. Oh, trouble down here, guys. Yeah, Kurt Busch got into somebody or something, almost into the back of Jeff Gordon, way up the racetrack, 3 wide, where they're still kind of trying to figure that mess out. Burton on the bottom, Gordon up top, Gordon in the middle. Something wrong with Gordon's car. He's got a problem. Must have a tire down. And I believe Kurt Busch in the 51 has a tire rub as well. You can see the smoke. Jeff Gordon's whole right side is torn up, Larry. The whole right side of his car is messed up. We stay green. A lot of contact. I believe the first contact between Busch and Gordon may have done that. And Jeff Gordon, who had dropped 9 spots in the 50-lap green flag run, is back on pit road under green and will lose a couple of laps here. Company's coming. There's Martin Truex battling Brad Keselowski. Both of them have already been passed by Tony Stewart. Marching to the front, and Jimmy Johnson makes his presence known in the 48 in the top 10. For the first time tonight. Yeah, these two guys, Stewart and Johnson, both qualified poorly, but they're making up track position now by having pretty good race cars and passing a lot of race cars. Trouble. Right here, 51 car around on the yellow, we got a 50. Kurt Busch has spun coming off turn 4 and clouds up the front straightaway, and that'll be our second caution of the night. Carl Edwards, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson, Earnhardt, Keselowski, Kane, and Truex, the top 10. We're back under green. Edwards very quickly back in command. Hamlin settles in second, side by side for third. I can see why not a lot of guys are trying to go real high up on the racetrack. There's a lot of rubber and dirt. You can see it there at the top of the screen. The track is really dirty up out the groove. Paul Menard's crew loses a tire. That's Eric Pringle, who grabs it, brings it back, because that one's got to go on the car. Oftentimes the tire coming off gets away. And there was quite a discussion with the NASCAR officials about running out into the middle of an active pit lane.
All right, I'm going to say it one more time here. If somebody does that again, you will not work for RCR ever again. Unacceptable.
So Paul Menard was able to restart and stay on the lead lap. He's currently 22nd. Carl Edwards has led the most laps of this race so far, and yet our point leader, Greg Biffle, the Roush-Coutier that has had the stellar season so far, has gone nowhere.
You know, Greg Biffle told us a couple of weeks ago, he said, when you look at the first 7 or 8 races of this year, we've not made any mistakes. We've really not had a bad run. It's almost like he was anticipating somewhere they were going to have a bad run, and right now, unless they can make some huge adjustments, that last caution saved him dearly. He was about to go a lap down with his teammate, Carl Edwards.
Yeah, he's 24th right now, Larry, but until he goes a lap down, he seems like that team's been pulling some pretty big miracles out of the hat. Cut me some slack here.
I'd say he'll win this battle right there going off into turn 1.
Message received. Welcome back to Richmond. 219 laps in. Carl Edwards in front of Kevin Harvick now, with Tony Stewart looking on in third. As they work a little bit of lap traffic, Jimmy Johnson is right there too. 4 cars. 3 battling for second on back as Edwards scoots away just a bit. Now here's what happened to Kevin Harvick. Dave Blaney got in a little shouting, shoving match.
You know, right there, I think Blaney had thoughts of retaliating, but then he locked it up to stay off of Kevin.
Inside, 4 laps down here. Inside, 4 laps down.
Tony Stewart has led 5 laps tonight. He's trying to lead this one. He has the inside line on Edwards, who has the drive off the corner. Edwards continues to lead.
Yeah, Tony Stewart in the 14 to me just looks so strong when he picks that throttle up on the exit of the corner.
And with the difference I see, Larry, Tony's doing it easy. Nice work, friend. Nice work.
Well, if they're in good shape, the stopwatch doesn't know it, because they're 2/10 slower than Kyle Busch, who's trying to take the lead from Tony Stewart.
And not far behind those two, you see that blue car, Jimmy Johnson in the 48. He wants some action up there.
Let's see, how many races has Busch won here in the spring? That would be 3 in a row. The top 3 are tied with 3 wins each year. No driver in tonight's race has won 4. One thing I noticed when we were talking about Carl Edwards, I noticed the left rear. The tire, there was a lot of black rubber on the left rear quarter panel. I don't know if he got some damage there or if the tire is rubbing, but he had a lot of rubber up on the left rear quarter panel. Off turn 4 and for the lead again, Kyle Busch. Tony Stewart now trying to hold off Jimmy Johnson. But Stewart is just about 2/10 slower than the 2 cars that just passed him. Well, that was a courtesy move right there. Tony said, look, he got by me. You go up there, Jimmy, and see if you can get him. Tony Stewart leads. Kyle Busch is in. Steve.
Mikey says the car is pretty decent right now. Just a little bit free in and a little bit free off. They talked about a wedge adjustment with 4 tires for Kyle. Matt.
And Denny Hamlin, who finished second here years ago, just cannot get a handle on this race car. First into a pit box, one more shot here to make an adjustment. Cannot get the power down at all. Take 2-3.
And Dale Earnhardt Jr. on pit road now. They haven't quite hit it all night. Thought they had the potential to have a winning car. They've been close. Really caused them to be trapped to the fence last time around. Easy out this time.
Kenson out. Keselowski coming in. And now Tony Stewart, the race leader, comes in. And I think Carl may have missed pit road. And one car hits the wall in 4. That's Jeff Burton. Burton's going to limp around and try to make it to pit road. We stay green. A lot of action trying to get on pit road. Carl missed pit road right there.
And Jeff Burton in the 31, he just had pitted about a lap and a half ago.
Low air, just won't turn. Caution is out. Stewart's leaving pit road. I think he's going to be okay.
And Jimmy Johnson is on pit road because I think he's the leader. He should be able to beat the pace car, Krista.
That's right. He came in and they're having a bad stop right now, though. They have not been on their game tonight on pit stop. Right now they're working on the left side of the machine, but yes, Jimmy Johnson could benefit from this if they were able to do a good enough stop.
Out he comes as the field cycles around. Jimmy Johnson, all that strategy has gone for naught because the right rear tire rolled out of the control of the pit crew on that stop. He will go to the rear for the restart. So what happens right here is they know the caution's out, and so they're panicking. They're trying to get in a hurry here, and the tire guy forgets which way to go.
See, you can't roll that tire. It has to stay in contact with a crew member back to the wall.
And we're getting ready to go. Tony Stewart doesn't go. The second time I've seen that happen tonight. The car just kind of lunges sideways when he tries to go. And look who's up there in contention. Greg Biffle. What a move Biffle just put on. Now he's 1 lap down in the 16.
Because you were the leader.
Third in line. How about this? Black flag, Carl Edwards.
Black flag right here.
NASCAR telling Bob Osborne, Carl jumped the restart.
Check on that, man. We were the leader.
Kind of
The 14 yes, Bob, and then the official told both of us yes, we were the leader.
Now what they're saying, when Bobby saw the motion, he's saying Tony spun his tires. But, Larry?
But there's a restart box that's on the inside. You're going to see it right there. See, that's the restart box, and Carl Edwards went before that restart box.
Woo. Boy, that was close, too. Jimmy Johnson, Montoya fighting for 8th spot as Stewart pulls away from Kyle Busch now. He's opened it up to 1.2 seconds.
Caution's out. Debris on a racetrack. Caution's out.
Debris in turn 2 puts us under the caution. Thought we might never see. Lap 386. It's the 5th caution tonight. Carl gets a lucky dog. Jimmy Johnson gets everybody gets tires. This changes everything. Where have I heard that before? That's Kyle, and here's Krista.
Steve Addington just asking Tony Stewart, how's your car? He said, pretty good, but their strength has been the long run. What do they have for this final dash? Dick?
In the upper right, Casey Kane pits out of the 3rd spot. This is the best run Kane has had all year long. Crew has been sharp. Kane has been sharp. Steve. Dick Kyle Busch calmly said, undo the changes you made on the last stop. Dave Rogers responded by saying, undo the wedge, undo the track bar adjustment. Kyle Busch said, after that, leave it alone.
And he's first off pit road. He beats Tony Stewart.
Well, two things happened there. Tony Stewart, they had trouble on the right side, and I think that pit selection there at the end of pit road for Kyle Busch truly paid off.
9 laps to go. Kyle Busch is your leader. Stewart second. Here they come. Good clean restart there. He couldn't go again. He spun a little bit that time.
Yeah, Tony Stewart,
I mean, he just couldn't get going again. And that gives Dale Jr. a chance at second place. Stewart sends it in turn 3. Jr. cleared Tony off turn 4. And Jr. set sights on the little yellow car up there. Kyle Busch. Half a second.
You can see Dale Earnhardt Jr. just trying to get everything he can. You can see it sideways off turn 2 that time.
White flag in the air. Last night he went to victory lane as a car owner with his older brother driving. Tonight, Kyle Busch scores his 24th career victory, 4 in a row for the spring Richmond race. You know what I just said?
Weekend. Good job, fellas.
I think that thing is covered up and not touch it till September. I'd say that